All right, so Jane, today we're selling it, so we have mixed feelings about selling any of our properties. We love real estate, we want to hold them all, but sometimes we got to get paid, and today we're going to get paid by selling.
Household easy, we close fast and anytime that works for you. Your house don't
So
need
this one we bought a little over a year ago, and Dave will find the prices for us. I know that we were into it, and again, this was on the original loan for about 1.2 million. So I believe that is about what we had spent when we purchased it at that time, with the purchase and the rehab numbers. So we're gonna do it for 1.2. We're selling it today for 1.565. So there's about a $300,000 something spread after you pay the commissions and closing costs and all that. So pretty good sale. Again, over about 24 units though. It's just like doing a whole bunch of single families all at once for us.
Yes, sir. What do you want me to pull up?
Well, just the
preliminary
numbers. You can talk about the original purchase price and all that, and
Okay.
you can talk if you want. I can just sign and look at stuff though.
Okay.
So
Yeah, why don't you guys just work on the closing?
All right, we'll just do the closing.
Just knock that out.
So the first thing we're going to go over is just the settlement statement.
Perfect.
So I'm going to read over the figures with you guys and just make sure you don't have any questions before we start signing.
Awesome.
And make sure that everything looks right. Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. Alright, so show here that the sales price of the contract was 1.565. I show that settlement charges total were $32,125. If you jump to page 2, we're going to go over what those fees were. Show that we're paying a total of commissions of $31,800. Closing fee was $300 on your side. Closing protection letter was $25. So I show the amount of the total charges there to you were $32,125, which is what we had on the front. So now we're going to go back to page 1. We're going to see the additional payoffs. We have a payoff to American Bank of Missouri for $1.173, $939.44. We have the 2022 real estate taxes that needed to be paid for $6,975.42. And then we've prorated the current year's taxes based on last year's tax bill. So the amount charged to you today was $3,470.76. And so the buyer will pay the full tax bill at the end of the year.
Damn, so we had $10,000 in unpaid real estate taxes on this one?
7,000.
Well, $7,000 from 2022 plus $3,500 for this
Yeah,
year.
that's a credit though. It's not unpaid. It's not.
No,
due
I'm
yet.
not saying it's unpaid, but it's
due.
It's a debt.
Yeah, sure.
Then you've got August rents that we prorated. So the amount to prorate from 8/18 through the 31st, $6,185.48 was that total. And then the combined deposits, we're going to transfer to Lead Belt Rentals so that they have those on call, $13,050.
Perfect.
So I show the amount that we'll be wiring to your account today will be $329,253.90.
It's great.
Do you have any questions?
You.
So, good.
I was gonna say you've got the wire instructions for American
Correct.
Bank. Yep. Have you wired to them before? It's kind of weird. They have
American Bank, no, but they sent me the instructions.
It's like an intermediary. I'm sure you do that before.
Yeah, we've got several that we do.
Cool.
So you're saying that the closing costs
almost nothing for us.
was $325?
We only charged you $300, correct?
Holy cow, that's low. Awesome.
Yeah, usually on a
Thank
commercial
you.
deal we charge more,
Yeah.
but you guys have been here a couple times now, so I thought we would give a little discount.
Much appreciated.
That's awesome.
Yes, thank you so much. 31,800 of that. Household Easy Realty gets 500, and then the buyer's agent in this case is going to make 31 grand.
Correct.
So good for that guy.
Yeah.
Just sign some papers.
It's a good day.
That's a good day for him. Good day for him. Good day for us. Hopefully a good day for the buyers as well.
Should be.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right,
Okay.
so if we don't have any questions over the numbers, Michael, if you'll sign on page 3 there,
How many copies you want signed?
we're gonna sign 4 originals.
Wow.
Each agent gets one, you get one, we get one, the lender gets one.
Oh, so speaking of, I don't actually ever want paper copies.
That's fine, I can scan
Can
them
you
to you.
scan an email?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Last one with that.
Oh, thank you so much for getting this all done
No problem.
by today.
Yeah,
Those
thank
are
you so
objective.
much.
I've been
So look
calling
at this.
and
We
getting
bought this 10/1/2021. So it's almost a 2-year project. 24 units, 23 of which are rented. We rehabbed, I think, 19 of them. So there was about 4
Fill out the top and then initial.
that were unrehabbed, but a fifth unit that was the laundry that we never got to. And then we left behind flooring for them for those other 4 to 5 units. And that's mostly it, right? There wasn't any like cabinets or water heaters or anything like that that I'm aware of.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know of anything else.
So the purchase price when we bought this was $725,000. That included a $40,000, $37,500 wholesale fee to our good friend Travis.
We had to tack that on top, right?
That was actually tacked on top, you're right. That is correct. So the total purchase price.
Initial here too.
Just says that we're using the payoff that your lender provided.
I trust you, Stephanie.
This entire document, I'll kind of run over with you real quick,
Okay.
that you're signing. It's 4 pages. It's really just hits a whole lot of points. So at the top, you just initial that we can give each agent a copy of the settlement statement. This section talks about the payoff. It just says that if there was any lines of credit tied to that we're going to request the lender that they stop those and don't give any future advances on that, because we're going to ask them to release the deed of trust. The next section just talks about that they can calculate that payoff, and so we're going to use their final payoff statement to base those numbers on. The next page here just goes over, we fill it in the loan number that we're paying down to American Bank in Wright City. And then this section talks about utilities, just says that we're not taking care of any transfer of utilities. That's going to be handled between you. You'll pay your final utility bills if you guys are the ones paying those, and the buyers will set up their own services. This section talks about the real estate taxes. It just tells you again that we used last year's tax bill, which was $5507.95. We prorate that per day. The amount of the credit that you gave them was $3470.76, so the buyer will pay the full tax bill at the end of the year. And this is just our error and omission statement saying that you would comply and come back and re-sign if we needed you to.
Be happy to.
So thank you for signing that.
Perfect, thank you.
Next document that you're going to sign is an affidavit as to the LLC that just says that you are an authorized member to sign for today's transaction. Okay. And this is a resolution that says that you are going to sell this property. Your LLC has chose to do that. Okay.
We sure did.
All right. So, have you made any improvements in this property in the last 12 months?
No.
Okay. And all work has been paid for and completed?
Correct.
You know, the wild thing is if you look at the closing costs for both parties, including the commissions, it's over $40,000 to transfer the deed.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over $40,000 is what it costs to transfer the deed. So $9,000 of that's borrower's fees to the bank. $31,000 is commissions, and then
It's a lot.
miscellaneous fees and
Transaction
taxes.
costs are high.
Transaction costs are high.
That's why
yeah.
that's why a 2-year project is great, but like 7 years is better. So you can absorb those
better
costs.
to be over 1 year than under 1 year for tax purposes.
100%.
But I agree with
100%.
the longer time frame too.
Everything costs money, doesn't it?
Everything does.
Okay,
Oh,
couple
yeah.
questions here. You guys haven't given anybody an unrecorded easement or party wall agreement to this property?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And your company is not currently going through bankruptcy?
Nope.
Okay. And are you currently in any type of litigation under this company?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, and answered all those. Just need your signature here. Okay. This next document is a hold harmless, and it basically is because we are not really taking care of any type of lease transfers. You've provided those to the buyer. Really didn't include us. You've provided them. They've reviewed them. So what this says is that both parties understand that Preferred Land Title is not going to be held responsible for the transfer of the lease agreements or any of the personal property. So the refrigerators, water heaters, flooring you left, any of those things really has nothing to do with us. So we just make sure that it's made clear that we've only handled the financing part of this and transferred the numbers, but we really have nothing to do with making sure bills of sale and those types of things are transferred. Okay?
Cool.
So, and I did attach to this a copy of those final numbers where they came up with those final deposits, since there was that discrepancy, and all of the emails back and forth with those final numbers, just so everybody has that.
Cool.
How long have you been doing this? Hold harmless for?
A hold harmless?
Yeah, like with the emails attached in the packet like that.
Really, this is just transaction specific. I felt like that was necessary just because there was so much discrepancy in the numbers and
Totally.
the leases, and with some of those people having HUD transactions.
It's a lot of moving parts. I don't
Yeah.
blame you. That's why I'm curious. I like that. I'm curious.
Just
Yeah.
make sure that on this one we're covering our
Yeah,
bases.
totally.
And everybody agrees, you know.
So we
when
don't
you've
even
got these-
necessarily have like a bill of sale for all the appliances. It's just assumed. right?
Yeah, sometimes when there's an attorney involved, sometimes they'll
Want to
handle-
have a separate
they'll
doc
do
for
bill of
that.
sales. And sometimes I had asked the other agent if there was any personal property that was a part of the value, and he said no, it was just all listed as this is the sales price for the resident, like for the
Sure,
real
sure.
estate. Because sometimes if you have assets in like personal property or equipment, that's going to be set as a separate number, as the sales price, because you're not selling that as real estate. You'll have the real estate for one price and then personal property is another, and so we would separate that on a settlement statement. In this case, he said no, it was all included in the real estate. The value was in that.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
cool.
what we left
Good
it.
It's
to know.
funny because we'll often put personal property transferred at zero cost to the owner. Like I include that in some of my contracts because I want it to be known that that's mine. Like if you leave it behind, it's mine and I can throw it away.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
with
yeah.
our household easy
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Good to
and I
know.
think there can be some tax benefits if you separate too. You might
Absolutely.
ask a CPA or
It would lower the value of the property.
Right.
So if there,
The
if
actual
there was,
cost of the transaction,
Yeah.
the transaction itself will be less.
if actually
you
there's
broke it.
100,000 in appliances, flooring left behind,
Right.
transferred it. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. We should start doing that.
I know. I was just thinking that.
This right here is just the general warranty deed that's going to transfer the property from Sundays LLC to Lead Belt Rentals LLC. Legal description of the property is listed here and you signed here.
Thank you.
The copy of the payoff that was provided from your lender is here. And this is a custom payoff letter that we're going to send with the funds. Basically, I'll fax this over to them or email it back to them. This is going to be wired to them today. This is the amount that we're going to wire. And you're just going to sign saying that you understand we're going to ask them to release that deed of trust. Okay. And then this is the wire transfer agreement. This just says that you have requested us to wire your sale proceeds to your account today, and the instructions and email that you requested that by, I have attached to this. So if you will sign here.
Dave, you want to double check the account number on there? Make sure that is Sundays at American Bank.
This is a W-9. I need you to fill in the tax ID number for Sundays LLC here and then sign a date.
Looks good. Thank you.
Thank you.
To find that tax ID. I just sent it over to you.
Here it
so
is.
It'll be real easy to do.
Oh, you did?
I emailed it while we were driving over here.
Can we borrow the room for 10 minutes after the closing?
Sure. Take as long as you need.
Thank you so
What time are
much.
they coming in to sign?
They're in the next room going over their loan documents right now. And then as soon as I'm done with you, I'll step over there, finish my documents with them, and then I'll be ready to disperse.
Nice.
Which you guys don't have to wait around since we're wiring. And are you not wanting these paper copies today? You want
I
me to
don't.
just scan
Yeah,
and
just
email
scan and
everything?
email.
Scan and email, it would be great.
Okay.
So they've already done a walkthrough this morning for camera and got the keys from the property manager. What else do we need to do other than turn off the utilities today? That's basically it, or is there anything else that's pending?
He had asked for account numbers on some of the utilities, so
Okay.
I'll send him an email with some additional utility info.
Sure.
Here's you guys some Jimmy John's sub tickets. You guys can grab some lunch on your way out of town today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We
My
appreciate your
goodness.
business.
Thank you very
Good
much.
to see you guys again. If you need
Likewise.
anything, let us know. I'll scan all your copies in after we're done. You guys can take as long as you need to.
We'll be back in like 3 weeks probably to do a little modification
Cool.
on the most recent one that we.
So like a
we had
refi?
bought. Kind of.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
we'll see you then.
All right. Well,
Thank
very
you.
nice to
Thank
see
you
guys.
very much.
All right.
Great to
If
meet
you
you.
decide you do need anything before you leave, just holler and the girls will grab you.
Yeah, we'll just be a couple minutes. We're just
Thank
gonna
you so
try
much.
to wrap up a
Appreciate
couple
you.
things here.
Guys,
Thank you.
you're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
No problem.
All right, guys, that's it. 2-year project, right? Just short of it. 23 months.
24 months, yeah.
22 and a half.
Let's not
23
document
months.
that 100% just in case. You know,
Yeah.
sort of over 2 years, I think.
But yeah, not a bad project. 329,000 will be the gross proceeds today from the project. The coolest part is this was a BRRRR deal that we didn't have $1 of our own money invested into. We used private money to buy hard money.
We used hard money this
Hard
time,
money
yeah.
to buy, which is pretty rare for us. Usually it's private money, but it was a larger amount. And I was just looking at the HUD here a second ago.
Yeah, so at the time we didn't have a
It
million
looks like
bucks.
the loan amount was 900,000. Bought it for 7.25, and then we had some escrow funds of about 150,000.
Yeah, see, we probably spent a little more, But again, at the time, we started getting the cash flow in. So again, I don't know how the numbers worked out.
Yeah, but I don't think we had any of our own money out of pocket. That's really the coolest part about this, though. We used the hard money, we rehabbed it, we rented it. Some of these units were occupied already, as Mike said, so we had income coming in the whole time. And then we went to a bank and got a long-term loan. I'm actually really happy to be selling this today because this property really only cash flowed and I gotta keep my voice down here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, this property really only cash flowed with our current existing financing in place, maybe $1,200.
Yeah, $1,000.
$1,000 a month, and we had $10,000 of unpaid taxes. You know, not necessarily unpaid, $6,000 of unpaid, and then another 3 or 4 for this year.
Yeah.
That has accumulated. You know, so it's just good to be able to take the
That's
cash
one of the-
versus
so
have the 1,000 a month.
That's one of the amazing things about Burr, though, is you get into owning assets for little to no money. And although, like on paper, we always shoot for cash flow, and they do, in theory. But when you've got turnovers, we've had skyrocketing.
Just replaced an HVAC last week.
Skyrocketing inflation. So our repair costs go through the roof. We don't cash flow as much, but we do get paid when we sell with inflation. That's helped us out big, so we can sell these rentals and actually pocket some money. Like this one, pretty big payday.
Yeah, as well as just into the business for more marketing so we can do more deals, which is awesome. Very, very awesome. So now at this point, we're going to just transfer some utilities, wrap up a couple loose ends, send the buyers some information about the utility companies, make sure they have all the keys. And I'd imagine it's 11:30 right now. I'd imagine by about 2:30, 3 o'clock today, hopefully we'll have the wire hit our account and we'll have all these emails sent. And we will literally get to wash our hands of this project, which will be nice. You know, kind of bittersweet selling it. But you know, sometimes it's better just to take some cash.
Yeah.
And this cash is needed right now to fund some other projects as well. So it's the timing was perfect. So guys, that's how you can complete a long, slow flip. It's a long, slow burr in a way, you know, 2-year burr project.
If you're interested in learning more, we've got to promote ourselves here.
That's right.
Check out reischool.com.
reischool.com, SKOOL. And yeah, until next time, signing off.
House so easy, we close fast and anytime that works for you. Your house don't need it, we'll throw cash, it hits so fast, don't know what to do.